So welcome to another late night with HPT, and my guest today has come all the way from America, so I really appreciate him journeying over here. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, yeah, my name's Tion or Tion, or it's one of those. I'm still not sure.
You need to work that out. You
Yeah,
do
I
need to
do.
work that out.
But yeah, I do Pokemon challenges, and that's basically all I do now. I do work on some other stuff on the side, but it never makes it to the channel. So,
Well, how has the last few months been for you? Because it's been a bit of a wild ride, really, hasn't it?
oh yeah, I mean it's been crazy. Last 2 months was definitely really good. Almost every single video I put out in the last 2 months was exploded. Like exploded, I mean like more than 70,000 views. But
Oh,
this
no.
month, for some reason, it's not been not been great. Not been great at all.
Well, you've been doing so well because, like, you've put out the Krabby video, the Geodude video, the Pidgey video, and the Ghastly video, and the Ghastly one's like your best one, 130,000 views, which I
Yeah.
look at it and go, you fucking wanker. But they've done so well. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's been pretty. I obviously can't complain. It's just I'm doing the same exact thing. I made a collaboration with R9 Beats, and
Yes,
I
you
got,
did.
I got like 12k views. And I'm like, bro, that doesn't make any sense. It should be double, just more than double. And then the Paris videos, it's not doing too bad, but it's it's weird. YouTube's being weird right now, and I don't like.
I suppose it's getting used to it all, isn't it? And like seeing your videos explode has been so good to watch. And I was doing my research again yesterday, and I was watching the Ghastly video, and there was a line which made me laugh where you were like, "Oh, well, I'm level 65, and that's not enough to do the Elite Four on its own." I'm like, "Hang on, right." Let me just check that. So I went back to one of my videos, my recent one, my Slowpoke video, and I was like, no, it's right. I tried level 65 and got absolutely creamed. So I was like, no, it can't be done.
Well, there's some things that can do it at level 65, obviously, but I don't think almost any of the lower tier mons could do it. I just don't think
chance.
it's possible.
No chat. Well, I think you got Sydney first up, and I was like, no. He's just absolutely tearing me apart. But this, you've had these recent ones which have done really well. But this wasn't your first challenge at all. You actually did this over a year ago with Eevee.
I did, yeah. I made that Eevee one, like you said. I think it's been a little over a year now. But
Yeah.
basically, I released that 7 days after Picosprey made his first one. And
Oh, really?
yeah, really. And I was like, hey, I can do that because I'm good at Pokemon. And I ended up doing this Eevee run, and I didn't even finish it because it wasn't possible, I thought. And then somebody, I forget his name, I'm so sorry if you're watching this, he actually figured out that Bide in Gen 1 is so glitched it could hit ghost types. So,
Really?
yeah,
I never knew that.
Yeah, I never knew that either. And so he actually beat it. He beat Yellow with Eevee, and I was like, you know what? I wish I knew that because, I mean, who would have thought that Bide was able to do that? This doesn't make any sense.
But how does the ghost Pokemon hit it? Oh, I suppose if they use something like acid or a
It's
poison
like
move.
lick, and it does like 2
Yeah.
damage, and then you use Bide and do like 6 damage, and
Oh, that's
it's
painful.
awful. Yeah.
Oh, no, see, I'm just, when it comes to stuff like that, I'm like, no, fuck that, I've got better things to do. No chance. But what led you to do that? Is it basically because Picosprey went, he did his video and you thought, do you know what, fuck it, I'm going to do it?
But yeah, I mean, that was it. As bad as this sounds, I saw how much popularity, how popular that got, and then I was like, well, dang, and, I know I could do that easily, and if that's gonna give me clout, then okay. And I did other stuff other than Pokemon. I did a whole bunch of stuff, not just that. And a lot of it's privated now, but some of the videos are still up. But I mean, I did it in, a couple days, and it obviously wasn't possible. And it's a really long video for only getting to, 5 gyms. But, that was my first one. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. The worst one, in my opinion, is the Magikarp one. It's definitely the most interesting one because it's Magikarp, but, it's not a very good video.
But that's the thing, because there was a big gap then between the Eevee video and the Magikarp video. What led you to come back to the table?
Well, I've been using the same YouTube account forever, and so I made this video that's been a year old, and surprisingly enough, just 3 months ago, my Eevee video actually started to get views out of nowhere, even though this thing's a year old at this point. And I was like, what is going on? And by the time I knew it, 3-4 days later, I'm getting tons of comments and stuff. Not tons, but a lot for then. And I was just like, dang, okay. And somebody commented on something, and I hearted it and replied. And he's like, wow, you replied to a year-old video. You just earned a sub, and I have all these people asking me to do more. And I'm just like, dang, okay. So I did a Magikarp one, thinking that it would explode. But I figured out that the quality, it really matters a lot. Because I really didn't know what I was doing second time around. First time around was just luck. And then second time it was like, no, don't delete that.
Well, do you feel like with every video you're getting, but you're growing as a YouTuber? I'm not saying like in sub count, but I'm saying like in the quality you're able to put out.
Oh yeah, every time I put a new one out, it's always increasing quality, definitely. Microphone and commentary wise, video wise, I try. Last video I accidentally made it in 720p, and I almost wanted to shoot myself. But besides that, yeah, every single time I put out something new, it's always better than the last one, quality-wise.
And is there any of these challenges you ever done, you just thought, you know what, fuck it, I can't be arsed anymore, fuck this, it's going in a bin, this is shit? Because I've reached that point so many times.
Yeah, there's been a few runs, like Stunky and Platinum, and I actually trashed Chansey in Fire Red Leaf Green, and then people asked me to bring it back, and I said, okay. And I mean, there's been, I think, around 7, and I really couldn't list you off because I just can't remember. I had a whole list of them on my old computer, but I got a new one because of that YouTube money, and yeah, new computer, old computer's just, it's gone.
Oh, is it completely gone? Yeah, you need a good PC to do these sort of things.
Especially editing them. Obviously, you don't need a beast to run, an emulator.
No.
But did edit this and like it not crash? Because once you're done with it, this project file. Oh gosh, sorry. This project file has like tons of editing and stuff on it, and I've had multiple times my old PC either rendering or just editing it would crash, and I would want to cry.
Yeah, I've had that. That's why when it was beginning of January, the missus went, right, you can get a new laptop. The Queen said you can get one. I was like, okay. So we actually got a decent, not like a massive gaming laptop, but it does make a difference.
So you do use on a laptop?
Oh yeah, I'm a laptop because unfortunately I have to work. I have to work in the city, so I have to get the train every day. A nice hour-long train journey every day to the Sydney city centre.
Oh wow, an hour.
Well, then you add the car journey as well, then the walk. It's a long day. It's a long day. It just gets me away from the family. It's all good because I hate them so much.
Oh, okay, yeah, obviously.
They're not here, so it's fine. They can't hear this, so it's not a problem. Now, one thing I want to say is the other day it popped up. I think it was like 2 days ago. You did a face reveal. It came up, and I thought that was quite funny. Not because you did a face reveal, just because some of the comments that were coming up made me chuckle.
Yeah, I genuinely didn't plan on doing one. I did it on stream actually, and somebody was like, "Hey, if you hit 80 likes or something like that, I'll do a hand reveal as a joke." And I said, "You know what? Okay, I'll do it for 80 likes hand reveal." And this, like I said in the community post, it is such a bad webcam. Like I put my hand over this thing, and it so for a good 3 seconds, and I press unhide or whatever. And then it literally shows the last 20 seconds. Like it just goes through my hand, shows a clear image of my face, and I just didn't look good in it. And I was like, okay, that's not good. Cause now they could just rewind, see that split second of my face, and then my hand appears in front of it. That's just how bad this camera was, or webcam. I still have it. It is garbage. But
I think it worked off because, to be fair, someone did put as one of the comments, and this is the one I like the most. That is going in the spank bank.
I had to do an actual one. Then I knew, because if I didn't, that ugly just that photo of me. I did not really ugly. Just I didn't want my first face reveal going around looking like that. So I was like, okay, got to do this. And yeah, someone took if you could look at it, someone took a screenshot of it on their phone, someone named Chase Taylor, and he posted on the Discord. I'm like, you know what, that's a
terrible photo. It makes me laugh, and you're only 18 as well, which sickens me really. It's like, oh, you bastard.
Well, why is that sickening you?
Because I have a younger brother around your age, and he's a wanker. I'm not implying you are, but he is definitely a wanker. But it's like, oh, all you young'uns, and I'm like the old man in the corner here. and I turn up to Pokemon things, they're like, who's this freaking old creep who's just rocked up? And I feel like a right weirdo. It's like, I've been playing this since you were in your daddy's balls. You have no idea what Generation 1 was like. I'm like one of them now. That's how I feel going into Sword and Shield.
Yeah, I mean, it's every single... I mean, I don't know if you're this way. It doesn't necessarily make me salty, but I know when I see someone who's younger and, like, more successful, and it's kind of a dick thing to say, but I'm always just like, well, dang, like, not like, hey, don't want you to be here. It's more like, hey, why the heck couldn't I do that, you know? It's like, gosh.
Oh. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think a lot of it is people take their opportunities when they come about, and I suppose that leads on to the next question, because, you know, we were talking about before you saw Pika Spray and you did that video, and then you've now done these challenges and they've done so well. Now a lot of people, there are a lot of these challenge videos now, and I think
a lot of bad ones.
Everyone wants to give it a go. Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Do you think the market's becoming too much, or do you think it's great to see other people giving it a go?
It's like mixed opinions, really. It's I know if everybody and their mother decides to do these challenges, eventually we're gonna run out of like things, and you know, you're gonna make one and like 50 people's gonna be like, oh, I already did that. Go check out my channel. I did it first. And you know, people feel obligated to, hey, I did it first, so you must give me a shout out. Like, I have seen that multiple times. And me and my dry bread talked about that for a little bit, and he honestly doesn't mind at all. He's just like, you know, the more power to you, you know, because he wants, it's kind of hard to remember exactly what he said, but it was along the lines of, you know, why, just because you do something first doesn't mean you shouldn't, like, let other people do it too. And I mean, I agree with that, but it's just gonna get to that point where, like, if every big-ish YouTubers, like, let's say, me, R9, Chill and Play, and My Dry Bread all did the same video, you would obviously have tons of people be like, okay, you're all copying each other, you're copying Picaspery, and all this stuff. I have people all the time tell me that, hey, you can't do this because you're ripping off Picaspery, and this is just a crappy video compared to Picaspery's. And I'm like, okay.
You're gonna piss people off. Well, I think there'll be a video. I think it might be by the time this comes out. There'll be my video. I'll be doing a Smurgle run with Fire Red, and then when I was actually on another project, 2-Bit Crow released his version of Smurgle with a Fire Red. And I was like, you bastard.
Yeah, there's a few people who, honestly, I don't want to mention any names because I mean, I'm not the nicest person, but I'm not gonna, you know, throw you under the bus. There's this person who puts out tons of great challenge ideas. I would say like 2-3 a week maybe. Yeah. And they are poor quality videos, and I can't make myself watch more than a couple minutes of them. But not even a couple minutes. Like, you just, like, the entire time, this guy doesn't have a script. He doesn't have, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's not a good video. I really don't script for most of mine at all. And, but he's just like, alright guys, so, that happens, obviously, and then we go here, and it's just, you know, it's boring commentary, and he's not trying, he's probably laying back on a sofa, you know, eating a potato chips, and then...
Oh, that's the dream, to be honest, come on. That is the dream.
He's not getting clout out of it, so it's okay. I mean, I think hard work equals reward, you know? I don't think you can just slap together some crap, and then, you know, be like, oh, look at that, I get, you know, 5k subs in one day.
Yeah. No, I get you. And the fact we were saying about, you know, the 2-Bit Crow, I'm going to mix his video in. I'm going to zoom through the whole thing, because I've already put on his board. I was like, you bastard, in joke, it's all in jest.
Yeah, obviously.
And I'm going to take the piss out of him in a good way in my video as well. To say that he came round to my house and stole all my content. That's why he went first. But that's the thing, I like his videos, so I'm going to take the piss, because that thing, I take nothing seriously. There's nothing serious about my channel. I think, yeah, that's the way, you know, when I do my Sword and Shield content, you've now given me an idea that I'm just going to sit there playing Pokemon Sword and Shield in my underpants, eating crisps. That's all I'm going to do. Honestly, that's the way forward.
Oh, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, Sword and Shield, I mean, it's gonna be good. And if no one... See, my philosophy is, if you can't do it better than someone else, don't do the same exact thing. So, I'm not gonna do a Sword and Shield Let's Play #1. Like, because you know how many people... Do you know how many sheer amount of videos is gonna happen in the first day of release?
Everyone's gonna do that.
Exactly. So if yours isn't the best, why would people watch it?
Yeah, all I'm going to do is basically Wi-Fi battles, because I know what I'm doing Wi-Fi battles. I can get a shitload of them done while the wife's in the UK, and just basically say, look, you want to watch a drunken man swear? Here we go.
I mean, Wi-Fi battles will be fun, definitely, but it's definitely going to take a little bit to get an actual good team together, especially since we don't know everything that's coming out. And I've avoided every single leak, and I haven't even tried to, but I haven't seen a single leak. So I think that's a good thing.
Wow,
yeah, I mean,
that is epic.
I haven't been trying either. It's like, it just hasn't happened yet. I don't follow things on Instagram or Twitter. I mean, I do have to follow people on Twitter, but not Instagram, and I've seen nothing.
Wow, you've. I know the game's probably well, as we're talking, the game will be out, but oh my god, you've done well doing that. You have done very well. Anyone who watches my Wi-Fi battles, eventually when they come on, it'll just be Snorlax and Mimikyu. They are going to dominate. They're my two, literally. And we'll just wait and see, because I love Snorlax. He's my hero.
I love Snorlax as well. Yeah,
he's my idol. He's my idol in life. Is how I wish to see myself. But I think Sunshell's gonna be fantastic, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And by the time everyone's watching this video, everyone will have their hands on it. And
right.
If you have a significant partner, you might have divorced them by this point because you'll be playing this game so much. I think that's what's probably going to happen. Now, you mentioned earlier you had done a collab with Our Beats, and essentially, well, aka Joey Wheeler. The whole video, he's like, I'm Joey Wheeler. I was like, oh, Jesus.
He actually never said that. It's just, he sounds so much like him when he puts on that. Well, it's just when he gets all loud and stuff like that.
It does sound like Joey Wheeler.
Yeah, but me and him, we have a kind of like a podcast thing we were going to release, but there was a lot of audio issues with it, like on my part. And I'm trying to fix it. It still could be out one day. But yeah, he doesn't sound like that at all if you just talk to him one-on-one, like in a normal conversation.
No, I'm not going to say the results of your race with him, because that'd be spoiling. If you want, if you want to see the race between them both, you got to go watch it. Exactly.
And then you got to go
watch his version. How did you find doing that? Because they were two Pokemon I was actually thinking, oh, that'd be a good challenge run. But you've done it in a very interesting way, and I like that. How that come about, and then how did you think? Right, let's get this going.
All right, yeah. So basically, me and him were just like, hey, we got to do some kind of collab. I said this idea to him, actually. I reached out to him a little bit ago, because he was way bigger at the time, by like maybe 4K subs. And then I said, he's like, hey, you want to do a challenge or whatever? And he's like, yeah, man, maybe. I'm thinking about, he just gave me this huge idea, basically. And it was just like multiple people, multiple challenges, multiple different teams, see who could finish it first. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. He's like, yeah, let me go ask my dry bread and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, wait, my dry bread? Like, and he's like, yeah. And I said, well, okay. And so he messaged on Twitter and stuff like that. And it ends up that never happened. And like maybe 4 weeks later, I was just like, hey, I know that whole idea got scrapped, but I'm still willing to do something. He's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, I guess a collaboration. I mean, fine, I guess. I just don't know what, a race, kind of like you had that idea, but I'm not sure what mons to use at all. They'd have to be obviously super similar, is what I said. And he said, Plusle and Minum. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. That is literally the closest.
And then funnily enough, 2 days, not 2 days, but we've been working on it for a week. We're super lazy, so it took us forever to do that run. But, so we do this start on it, and then, like the Friday before, MDB makes his Plusle Minum challenge. And I'm like, no. No.
Bastard.
Yeah, I was just like, you can't do this to me. It's like, I don't obviously care. It's just his, he has a lot of fans, and I would say, not a majority of them, but a lot of them are kids. And they make me very angry sometimes, because they're like, you copied my dry bread. How dare you? I cannot believe you. He had this idea first. And literally, he even gave me a cameo that said, hey, my dry bread here. These guys did not rip me off, because just to protect us from the absolute storm that was to come. Because he knew what was coming. He knew. And because, it's happened to me so many times. It's not even funny. But,
that's hilarious.
But yeah, so we ended up making that just off. We're trying to find similar Pokemon, and then they're obviously not exactly the same, but they're really similar, close in stats and everything. Actually, Minum is better. And if that tells you anything. And then,
I've never actually looked at them both. I remember when they first came out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to use these in battle. And I looked at them, I was like, they are absolutely dog shit. Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, but mine is better, like special attack. It's what you want, you know. But yeah, we ended up doing that, and me and him still talk sometimes, and we're very not serious people. We're very joking around, kind of like. Well, I'm less serious than he is. I'm generally not a very serious person at all.
That's the best way to be. Keep through that free. Be serious. My motto is be drunk all the time. That is my motto. That is the best way forward. But for you, what's the future for you? You know, for your channel, for you yourself, what is it going forward?
I'm gonna keep doing these because personally I'm interested in them. Because I like making them, I like doing it, and I especially like the reactions I get from doing it. You know, people are like, "Oh, you're crazy! How insane human patience!" All this, you know, stuff like that. I've always played. My first Pokemon, actually, my first game ever was Pokemon Leaf Green. As funny as that is, I'm 18. I'm not old, but born in 2001.
Oh, he said it. Bastard.
And I grew up playing Gen 1 technically, right? Because, you know, it's a remake of Gen 1. So I'm a big Gen 1, big Gen 1 advocate. I love Gen 1. I love Gen 3. I like Gen 2. I haven't played much of it. But I always plan on at least making those 3 kind of general regions videos. Yeah. I don't ever plan on fully stopping unless I just full on get tired of it. This month alone, I'm probably going to have... I don't know, I'm doing this Feebas run, which is killing me, actually.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's pain. So I might have 3 up this month, but I never plan on, like, you know, grinding out 1 a week like some people.
No, I can't. Jesus, anyone who could do that. Anyone who's watching this who does that, well done, honestly.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's crazy. I used to do multiple a week, actually. I did 3 in 1 week one time, and it wasn't fun.
I love this. So how I find these challenges? They're just not fun. They're just awful.
I
awful
had
to
fun.
do.
It's just, was it worth it? I don't know. You be the judge of that. I mean, they're all at 100K plus views, so I mean, it's all right, I guess.
It's all right, and you are growing and growing and will continue to grow. Well, Tion, I know it's late, but my baby now needs to go to the doctors, so I'm going to kick you out of my house. And honestly, mate, it's been a pleasure having you, but just get the fuck out of my house.
All right, fine. God, you didn't have to be so fucking rude.
Cheers, bud.
All right, thank you.
And you'll find Tion's YouTube and Twitter page linked to the description. Please make sure everyone check it out. It is absolutely fantastic. And as always, if you've liked this content, please like, share and subscribe. And until next time, I've been HPT. Good night.